good morning from the track. Gives a wave, Anna. Whee! So it's a sharp session today. We're already one set in, but session plan is 400 metres in 1:28, 60 seconds rest, 800 metres in 3 minutes, 60 seconds rest, another 400, 1:28, 4 minutes rest. So we're in the 4 minutes now. So the idea of today's session, we've got a race on Saturday, so it's like 3 miles of effort with big recovery periods in between the sets, but James just basically wants the legs turning over fast, want to try and build that lactate up and basically just make it hurt. So 400s feel alright because they're over quite quickly. It's the 800 for me that a bit of a mindset thing, but we're already one set in, so just got to keep focusing on one rep or one set at a time. But what are we in now? We're already 2:45 into the rest, just about a minute left to go. I know I should be saving my breath. How'd that go, Sammy?
We did it. But it was hard.
It was hard. What shoes were you wearing today? Tempo Next Percent's bright white pair.
Still white?
Still white, and then back into the Pegasus. Those 37s or 38s? 37s. I'm still jealous of that colourway. And then Anna's just over there, finishing off our 800s. Come on, Anna! Shoes for me today, Vaporflies. But I'm not sure how much life they've got left in them now, because we're underside. Sounds alright. We're having some work done today. There's some potholes down this road. So I was like, oh no, can I walk up there? But the kind men, I was like, can I walk up there please to go home? They're like, yeah, of course. Just keep to the side. But Wednesday done. 45 minutes today, that was it. So there was no procrastination today. It was just like get out the door. Well, a little bit, because I had my coffee and was writing my to-do lists for the next 2 days. My legs felt good today. Not really sure why, because yesterday was a tough session. It was shorter in distance. So I think the pace was about 8:57, so about 10-15 seconds slower than I've been doing my Wednesday runs. But towards the end I was trying to look at my heart rate, because I felt like, because I'm on my own, you can't always gauge easy in terms of conversation. But yeah, a tick off the box, and we're just having a bit of a drop week in general, but also because of Battersea 5k on Saturday coming. So yeah, try not to put too much pressure on it. Yep, look, very close. Try not to put too much pressure on Saturday, but literally just going to try and run as hard as I can and as best as I can. And doing Great Denim the other week was a good kind of benchmark to see where I'm at. So know that I can go quicker, because hopefully it won't be as windy, and with like a compact, more like field, hoping I can really give it a good shot. So I'm actually off to the spa today with Naomi, which will be fun. And so yeah, not too much work on the agenda today, so I have to play catch up Thursday, Friday. But yeah, a relaxed, chill day coming up. No, you're not, Sammy. I caught that on camera then. So, no. So we're at Battersea Park, Saturday morning, 5k with RunThrough. And we're just on our warm up. We're just running the course. It's 2 laps of 2.5k. So just get a feel for the course. James, predictions for today for both of us?
Work hard, work through the pain, run on us, don't be pussies, basically.
No. Predictions for
That's
us.
the prediction.
Oh, okay.
The time will be the
outcome.
I just don't want us to either be like, oh, probably took it easy in the 3K.
Could have given more or something.
When it hurts, hurt more. It's only X minutes of running today.
Start the 10K. So hello, good morning. We are, where is this? Is Stamford. This is actually Stamford. So we're in a lovely town called Stamford. Nice little drive in, which I think is towards Peterborough way. Sammy's drove us. We've got Anna in the front as well. Ooh, let me turn it around. Hi, Anna. It's Sammy. Woo. So we're here to do the Stamford Striders 30k. I'm loving the bibs. Got love hearts in order for Valentine's. So yeah, 30, this is meant to be sort of like quite a famous run. I believe it's kind of like similar to Oakley, where it's like organised by a local athletics club and a good training run for marathons. So yeah, we've just arrived. We're at a school, so lots of parking, and went into the school, and it's really well organised actually. So you walk straight in, and it's a lovely couple of ladies on the front sort of directed us where to go. And in one of the main halls there was lots of things going on. So registration, picked up our numbers. It's like a few stalls selling stuff, massage that we can get after. £5 apparently for a bit of a massage. And yeah, just a training run today, so keeping it easy, see how the legs go after yesterday's 5k, and let's just pray that the weather holds off. It was due to be really wet today, but like last week, the forecast seems to be moving backwards, which is good. Meant to be a little bit windy. What are we saying, Sammy?
We're saying it's raining now, which touch wood it isn't. And then 80% chance at 11, 70% chance at 12, so it's probably going to get a little bit wet.
Hey, mine's saying different.
Oh,
is it?
Ooh,
no.
Yeah,
it is meant to be
roulette.
Wet. Drizzle for the next hour. So let's get wet potentially. Meant to be hilly, this one, undulating. So we'll see how we go. It's just about 20 past 10 now. It starts at 11 o'clock. So just get our numbers ready. Not really going to do much of a warm up at all, really, I don't think. Just use the training run as a run and have some fun. feeling slightly heavy today, but not like horrendously bad. But this is good training for the marathon, running on tired legs, because that's what you get like towards the end of the marathon. Yes! It's a lovely course though, can't deny that. $3K to go. The weather is wet, it's windy, but we're powering through. Less than 2 miles going on. Thank you.
Time today is 1:43:59.
So there we have it. It's my time to recap the week again because I'm not great at getting footage whilst running. I'm a bit behind with my YouTube schedule at the moment with just the weekly videos. So hopefully I can get the next few out and just kind of try to be a bit more on top of things at the moment. But let's go through week 9 because again, I've probably left you hanging on how I got on Battersea 5k. But let's just recap the week. I've got my laptop here, so I've got Strava up in front of me so I know exactly what I've been doing. So Monday, I started my week off with a nice walk around the golf course by my house. It's an old golf course, by the way. I just met my friend for a walk, and then in the evening was our HIIT and stretching class within the running hub. Tuesday was the track, and as you saw, I kind of said it was just like a fast session. So I kind of went into a little bit with that session, but came away from it really happy with the times that we'd been able to achieve, and it was a session that I thought that wouldn't be possible. I'm probably saying that a lot at the moment, but just really happy that that kind of speed was in my legs, and it just walking away from that session, it felt like quite thrilling, like exhilarating. It just felt good to be able to run fast and hard. So yeah, just really although it was like really hard and tough at the time, just the after effect you get from it, like you're on that high and you can just feel everything in your body. So that was really good. And then on Wednesday was just a sort of 45 minutes easy run, and in the evening was our core class. I'll have a look at a little bit more about the run just to refresh myself. Oh, so it wasn't anything too exciting. I just mapped out a new route and just done the run, and I think that was where I ended up getting caught by the guys doing the road works down the road, so that was all fine. Then on Thursday was an hour easy and strides. So with this, I actually planned to do my 5k loop twice, but I did the 5k loop and I was like, nah, not doing that. So I just went off, and the strides, I felt like I got some good pop in my legs on that day. Despite the sort of like run feeling, it was just hovering under sort of like between 850s and 9s, and then yeah, just managed to get some really good speed in the legs. So it just felt good then ahead of Saturday, which was Battersea, which you saw. We've done a whole podcast episode on Battersea and about improving your 5k, so if you're interested in that, search for the Running Hub on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and I will leave a link below as well to try and find that. And essentially that was a really good morning out. I did try not to put too much pressure on it, because when you have done well in the past over certain distances, to then benchmark yourself against your own self, it can be quite difficult. So the idea for me was try to remove the pressure and just take all of the training that I've absorbed and just give it a really good effort, and know that whatever happened, I tried hard and did my best, and ended up doing a 19:52, which I was really happy with, because the first mile ticked by in about 6:30, and to go under 20 minutes you need to be sort of doing around, ooh, almost knocking my microphone over. You need to be doing about 6:24, so that's the kind of like average for sub 20. So I was like, oh well, at 6:30, you know, I'm there but not quite, so I'll go for a low 20 minutes, but still just keep working hard. Second mile ticked over in 6:35 or roughly around that. So again, I was like, well, I'm still holding around the same pace, but I'm still feeling all right, knowing that sort of like the last mile always feels the hardest. But as soon as I got into the third mile, I just felt like I was like accelerating a bit more. And I think the third mile ended up being about 6:15. Then you got to like sort of the last, I keep elbowing this now, the last finishing straight. And then you go, they have sort of like in the middle, like the bandstand and the finish and sort of like the finish area. And I just hit the top of that sort of like circle. And I looked down at my watch, I could see the finish line and my watch said about 19:40. I was like, I've got 20 seconds to get to this finish line to get under 20 minutes. So I was like, just ran as fast as I could. Didn't look at my watch at all, just ran, like just fixated on that finish line. And the lady on the sort of PA system was like, oh, we've got our first lady through in 20 minutes on the nose. And I was like, oh, really? Like, I was that close? And then in the end, we looked at results and I wasn't first lady. Someone else had come in about 2 minutes before me. And also I'd gone through in 19:52. So really happy with that because the training has been paying off. I've been patient, I've just kept with it and the results paid off on the day. I do find that I work well, like without pressure. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing at the minute, not putting any pressure on it and just go and race each event to my full capacity or to whatever the aims are for that day, and then whatever happens. So that was really good. And then I did get a lot more footage on the Sunday for the 30k, which is a lot easier because that was more of a training pace. I wouldn't say it was easy, I wouldn't say it was steady, like, or tempo or race or anything like that. It was kind of like an in-between and just felt like a really strong run. The weather was meant to be a lot worse than it actually was, so we were quite fortunate. The last kind of 5k was pretty bad, but by that point I was like, the bulk of it is done now, so you've just got to get to the finish. And just felt pretty good for most of the way round. Sort of heavy legs after what you'd expect after a 5k, but being in that racing environment, it kind of just pulls you along and you've got other people working alongside you. Not getting my words right today. And just overall really happy. I think it averaged about 8:38 pace and it's a really undulating course. Some people told us it was brutal and I wouldn't say that it was brutal at all. It was quite a nice course actually. It's quite scenic, picturesque. I think on a lovely day it would be good, but because it is that sort of time of year normally, it's notoriously known for being quite wet. But almost 49 miles for the week, so really happy with that and just can't complain with a really good 5k and a really good solid training run. Also, just before I go, I would love to know what you like about these videos. Is it watching us at training? Is it watching the preparation? Is it the sit down? Do you like just to be nosy to find out what my training looks like? Just let me know, because this will help sort of shape the videos in the weeks to come. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you enjoy about these training videos and I'll make sure to include more of that in the weeks to come. So that is another brilliant week ticked off. Week 9 complete, and I promise week's 10 video is coming shortly after this too. So thanks for tuning in and I will see you all next week for week 10 of Paris Marathon training.